one of your props. So if you have a, oh, I need to say this one. So if you have a blanket, like object, like a towel or something, we'll fold it up. I'll put them alternate between having it long ways across or long ways along like that. So into thirds. Basically, if you're using a towel, you just want it to be kind of thick. There's a lot of fringe on this blanket, so the fringe doesn't count. But you want it to be kind of thick so that you're lifted. So I don't know, what's that about? So that you can kind of, drape across it. So we'll take this kind of tri-fold blanket or towel or whatever you have there, and put long rows in. And also, if you like, you can kind of puff up the end a little bit, and it'll go under the back of your head and kind of give you like a little pillow type thing. Okay, so do that, and then I'm going to mute you guys, but feel free to unmute yourselves to communicate with me if you need to. All right, so lying down, right, and it'll go along the length of your spine, so you're gonna sit in front of it, sit your hips in front of it, and then lie down. Arms out wide, backs of the hands on the floor. Let your feet just flop apart. Right back to the shoulders, melting down. Yeah. And then let's just take a couple of breaths. Take a big inhale through your nose. And open your mouth and sigh the breath out. Exhale. We're going to do that again. Take a big breath through your nose. Inhale. And release it. Exhale. And again, allowing the body to soften, the shoulders to melt. One more time like that. Biggest breath. Inhaling. Fill your belly with the breath. Fill the chest right up to the top, holding the breath. Relax your shoulders. And let it go with a sigh. Exhale. All the breath out. And then start to breathe in and out through your nose. Coming into your Ujjayi breath. Inhale. Steady exhale. Smooth out your breath. Listening to the soft sound at the back of the throat. I just want to take a moment to just say, like, you guys are just really so good that you're sticking with your practice through all of this. I know it's not the same and it's not easy to get all set up when you're at home, but like you guys have all just really been sticking with it, and it's so good. It's so nice. Right, it's in the Yoga Sutras. The sutra, the 14th sutra in the first book that tells us to show up, right? Show up and be consistent, right? And do that over time, and whatever else is going on, like you show up and you do your practice, and then you keep doing that for however long it takes, right? But if you if you do that, when you do that, right, you really see the benefits of the practice, and you feel the benefits of the practice, and your practice becomes firmly grounded. And you know, you guys have just really been so consistently showing up and doing your practice, you know, even at home, and just yay, it's so good. It's so good for you. It's important that we take care of ourselves, and part of getting through this is, you know, keeping ourselves healthy, and a big part of that is using our bodies and moving around. It's easy to get stuck on the couch. So we're up, we're moving, we're doing stuff, right? We're walkers, so we're like busy all day walking, and so it's good to keep some movement in our lives. So steady Ujjayi breath. Steady breath in and out through the nose. And so to gently reach the arms overhead. And again, just a little exploration of the shoulders, the chest. All right, giving us a couple of breaths to start to wake the shoulders up. Or just slowly overhead and then back down, taking your time. Right, every time I do this, right, it's like, yeah, it feels pretty good. So if you have a spot as you move through this stretch where it just feels great and you want to stay there for an extra breath or two, you can. Right, this is a really nice position to just counter pose all of our sitting and arms forward. Whether you're on your computer or maybe you've been, you know, doing some gardening or, you know, whatever it is, it's kind of the same effect. Right, so we're just doing the opposite. And as your arms get back overhead this next time, whenever that happens, let's keep them overhead for a couple of breaths. And start to stretch through the fingertips, reach through the arms, maybe turning the palms to face each other. Right, melt your shoulder blades away from your neck. Reaching through the fingertips, stretch through the legs. And if you need to, press into the heels, lengthen through the tailbone, release the low back a little bit, get some space there. All right, one more breath like this. Oh, okay, and then gently relaxing the arms, bend your knees. And let's roll to whatever side and get the blanket out of the way, or your towel, or, you know, whatever you got going on under there. Lie back down and just appreciate that stretch. Just notice how your shoulders and your chest feel. Hug your knees in. Let the spine round, so we'll take a moment, go the other way. If it feels okay in your body, lift your head up. Tuck your forehead in towards your knees. Just curl up into a little ball. All right, and then take your legs over to the left. Head back down on the floor and come into your twist. Reach your right arm. A breath or two, just softening here. We won't have a long hold at this point. Here too, you can play with the arm a little bit, reaching the arm a little more overhead, or any sort of angle there that feels good in your body. You can play with that. Okay. All right, let's come back up to center. Inhaling, exhaling the knees over the other way. So same, just melt into the twist, let your legs be heavy. Shoulder heavy towards the floor. How's the stretch? And then here too, just reaching, maybe bring the arm overhead. Sweep it back down. Let the chest open up. All that good stuff. All right, one more breath here. Back up to center, knees to the middle. Send the heels up towards the ceiling. Stretch the backs of your legs. Take a breath or two here. Reach through the heels. Turn your toes out. Bring the legs out wide to the side. Stretch. All right. Back up. All right, so let's thread the needle. Bring your feet down onto the floor. And we'll cross the right ankle above the left knee. And draw it in. So you feel a little stretch in your hip. All right, so we're going to keep with the stretch, but bring your right hand around to more like the outside of your right leg. Not to pull it in, but just to have your hand out there, because we're going to do something here. Take an inhale. And exhale, lift your head and shoulders off the floor. Right, so you're lifting yourself up. Now, if your legs have to push away a little bit for you to lift your head and shoulders, totally go ahead and do that. But have them as close to you as you can. Right, so you're really kind of snuggling in towards your legs. I feel a stretch in my hip for sure. Right, breathe here. And now we're gonna just reach the arms forward. Right, so keep your left leg rather, pushing your right leg in towards you. And reach away, and my shin's pretty close to my face, so get your shin as close to your face as you can. And that will go however that goes. Breathe. I feel my abs, right, your abs. If your back leg will straighten, go ahead and straighten it. Because why not? Take one more breath here. Curl your sacrum off the floor. Try. And bring it down. Everything down, all the way down. Oh my gosh. Let go of the thread, the needle. If you want, straighten your legs. Just wiggle, waggle. Notice the difference in your legs, your hips, side to side, right? Just appreciate that. And then let's switch it. So we cross the left ankle over the right knee. And start off just in the regular thread the needle. Grab onto the back of your leg, come into the stretch. Oh. Right, just breathe, steady. All right. So now keep the stretch, right? We still want to feel stretch really the whole time. Bring your left hand around to the outside of the leg. And again, not to really pull on your leg, but just to get your arm out of the way, basically. And lift your head and shoulders. So again, if your legs need to move away from you for you to do that because the stretch, just move your legs however far away. But that said, we do want them as close as they'll get, basically. Right, so pull that in. Lift. If you can kind of start to peel your sacrum away from the floor, see if you can get a little space there. Right, and then we're going to let go of the legs and just reach forward. Right, and your right leg rather is active, right, pushing your left leg in. And then if you can, if your right leg will straighten, go ahead and straighten it. Right, hopefully you feel your abs. Right, try and peel your sacrum off the floor a little bit more. Take one more breath. And then come all the way down. Down, down, all the way down. Oh. Right, relax your belly, soften, unravel the legs. Okay. So we're just going to do that one more time on each side. One more time on each side. So let's come back, crossing the right ankle over the left knee. Right ankle, left knee. This time, however, we're not going to use our arms. So let's bring the hands behind the head. You can interlace or layer your palms, whichever you like. All right, so in our, right ankle over left knee. In our thread the needle, take an inhale. Exhale, lift the head and shoulders, bring your legs in. So you're using your left leg to push your right leg in towards you. Right, and again, try and scoop your sacrum off the floor, if you can, right? See if that's possible. How's your breath? Pull the ribs in. Oh, feel the stretch. Let go of the back of your head and reach straight up towards the ceiling, the sky. Some of you are outside. Right, reach up. Push your knee in. Breathe here. Take one more breath, squeeze. And gently release it. Come all the way down. Soften your belly. Okay, unravel. Ooh. Other side. Switch it. Okay. Hands behind your head. Hug the ribs in. Take an inhale. Exhale. Lift the head and shoulders. Lift the legs. Right. Pull the left shin in towards you. Breathe. Soften your face. All right. Try and relax your jaw, your mouth. Scoop the sacrum off the floor. Oh, breathe. Reach for the ceiling. Pull your ribs in. That reach will maybe help you get your shoulders a little more off the floor. Reach up to the sky, you're outside, and all the way down. Oh my gosh, all the way down, all the way down. Relax, soften, wiggle, waggle. Okay. As we did that, I thought we really need to do this one more time. Just for fun. It'll be slightly quicker because we're gonna just add in one tiny little detail. So let's come back one last time. I promise this will be the last one of these that we do. Lying down on your back. Cross your right ankle above your left knee. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Everything in, right? Everything in. Reach up, right? We're not gonna use our arms, but try to keep your right leg where it is right now. I don't know how this is gonna work, but let's just try. Try not to let the right leg move. Hold it there. If possible, send your left leg out straight. Just reach it straight out and hover the foot off the floor. Oh my gosh. Try to get your leg to stay in. And then release all that and come down. Oh my gosh. Okay, it's kind of impossible for your front leg not to move. But we're trying to move at the minimum amount, right? So let your hip flexor. Hopefully you feel a lot of squeeze at the front of your right hip because your hip flexor hopefully was helping you do that and was working for you there. So let's try the other side. I'm gonna really warm up our hip flexors right now. Cross your left ankle above your right knee. And we'll start with the hands behind the head, even though we're not gonna keep them there. Take an inhale. Exhale, curl in. Lift the legs, lift the head, the shoulders. All right, reach up. If your neck is feeling tired, you can keep your hands behind your head. Or one hand maybe, and reach the other arm, right? Whichever. All right, try and keep that knee in. The left knee, the left shin in as close as it is right now. All right. Oh, so my knee is touching my arm. I'm gonna try and keep it touching my arm. Oh my gosh. Then extend the right leg, just straight out away from you. Oh, hover the foot, take one more breath, squeeze the knee in. Oh gosh, and come on down and rest. Whew. I don't know about you guys, but I feel my abs. Okay, just take a breath here. Oh, let the fronts of your hips soften. All right, and your abs too, of course. All right, let's come on. Let's do some cat-cow. Let's just do a little counter stretch. And we'll do an extra wide cat-cow. So as you come up, let's do tabletop and then make it kind of long and walk your hands forward. This is going to be nice. Shoulders away from your neck. Let your hips come forward. Bend your elbows as much as you want, or maybe not at all, and just stretch your abs and stretch the fronts of your hips. Curl the tailbone under, and that'll help you stretch out your hips. Oh, all right, that's good. And then when your arms start to get tired, press back. Press back around the spine, stretch back. Do that. Maybe all the way to child's pose, or maybe you're kind of 2/3, 3/4 of the way there. And then come back again. So feel free to bend your elbows a little or a lot. Oh, all right, and you can lean a little bit side to side. You can let the shoulders go up by your ears. Stretch. And then press it back. All the way back or almost all the way back. And one more time. Come forward. So it's like an easy cobra pose, easy up dog, where we're not really following all the rules and we're just kind of enjoying the stretch and letting it be what it is. All right, because as long as it feels good, we're going to be okay with this right now. We'll worry about the rules in a minute. All right, and this time, all the way back. If you haven't been going all the way back, let's get the hips all the way back to the heels. Into the full pose of child's pose. All right, very nice. Let's do downward facing dog. Come on up. Walking the hands a little forward, tuck your toes, lift your hips. Oh, so it should feel pretty good to just take a breath or two, to pedal out your heels, to shake out your head, to waggle your hips a little bit, right? Do all that groovy stuff. How we all doing out there? Yeah. Right, okay. Let's lift the right leg. Let's do that stretch. Turn the toes out, lift the hip and the knee. Oh, right, big stretch. And still hug the low belly to the spine. Lengthen through the tailbone. Right, but lean into the stretch. Let the foot come back. All right, and then releasing right foot to the floor, down dog. Switch, send the left leg up into the air, sinking the right heel down, and then into the stretch. All right, breathing. Keep that little lift of the belly. Hold the hip bones towards the ribs. Stretch, so good. Straighten the leg, bring your left foot to the floor. Press back. Take a couple of breaths, just being in downward facing dog. Right, hugging the rib tips in, pressing the thighs back, wrapping the pinky edges of the arms down towards the floor, like hugging them in towards each other. On your next inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, lift the heels, bend the knees, walk, jump, bring your feet to your hands. Take a moment in the forward fold, Uttanasana, and just let your head hang, let your shoulders relax, your arms can hang, you can grab opposite elbows, you can bend your knees if you like. All right. Releasing the elbows if you're holding them. Keep the body just hanging down. One vertebrae at a time. Start, just have the movement come from the pelvis. So you're gonna lengthen the tailbone down towards the floor. Just start to pull the hip bones off the thighs. Lengthen the tailbone down. Lengthen the tailbone down. And let your body just roll up slowly. Articulate through, especially the lower back, one vertebrae at a time. And then all the way up. Slowly. And then circle the shoulders. As you get to the top, sorry. Wait till you get to standing. And then circle your shoulders. And circle both directions. So do a couple one way and then circle the other way. Oh my goodness, so nice. Okay, squeeze them up towards your ears. And drop your shoulders down. And just let the tops of your shoulders, neck, just feel long, spacious. All right, so standing in Tadasana near the top of your mat. Turn the palms to face out. Inhale, take a big breath and sweep the arms up. Exhale, press your palms, bring your hands to your heart. Let's take a moment, pausing and set an intention for practice. All right, so you already did the biggest part, which is just to show up on your mat with the intention to practice, right? So whatever brought you to your mat today, you can reaffirm that, or any intention that you like, you can offer up the practice, whatever resonates with you this particular Sunday morning. Take a big breath, inhale. Sigh it out, exhale. Releasing your hands down, opening your eyes, turning the palms out. Inhale, reach out and up. Exhale, up and over, hinge and fold in half. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend the knees, hands are down, right foot back, left foot back. Come into your plank pose, top of a push-up. Our first plank of the day. Arms straight, lengthen your tailbone out through your heels. Lift the whole front of the body. I find it actually useful to come up on my tippy toes. So if I get way up on the tip of my big toe, I feel the whole front of my body just energized. So try and get way up on your tippy toes. Lengthen forward. Take one more inhale here. Exhale, bend your elbows. Slowly lower all the way down to the floor. Flatten your feet. Reach your hands back. Of course, Shalavasana. Curl the tailbone under. Lift the head, the chest. Lift the legs. Reaching back through the fingertips. Inhale. Exhale, come down. Interlace your fingers. Curl the tailbone under. Inhale. Lift up. Lift the head, the chest. Lift the legs. Stretch back through the knuckles. Come on down. Switch the interlace. Curl the tailbone under. Lift up again. Head, chest. Feet, knees, thighs. Press your thigh bones away from the floor. Reach the knuckles back as you scoop your heart forward. And lower down. Release the hands. All right. Plant your palms by your ribs. Tuck your toes. Take in an inhale. Exhale. Press the floor away. Come to plank pose. Inhale. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Feel free to sigh the breath out. And shake your head out. Right. Take another breath here. Inhale. Exhale, lift the heels, bend the knees, walk, float, bring your feet to your hands. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold, exhale. Firm the glutes to rise. Inhale all the way up. Exhale through the middle. Keep going. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, lift the chest, lengthen forward, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, bend your knees, hands down, left foot steps, right foot steps. Come into your plank pose. Up on the tippy toes. Right, curl the tailbone under. Smooth out the breath. Back up. All right. Knees, chest, chin, knees. Sit bones up in the air. Bend your elbows. Slowly lower. Chest to the floor. Chin to the floor. Hug the ribs in. Flatten your feet. Melt the hips down. Inhale. Lift the chest. Cobra pose. Exhale. Lengthen and lower. Melt the pubic bone to the floor. Really try and actually press it down. Inhale. Scoop the heart forward and up. Lift the chest. Exhale, lengthen, lower down. Good, one more time like that. Keeping the legs close. Press the whole top of your foot into the floor. Curl the tailbone under, lift your chest. Inhale, come up. Shoulders back, draw the heart forward. And right back into down dog. Tuck the toes, lift the hips. Press back into downward facing dog. A breath or two here. Hug the ribs in, hug the belly. Stretch back, inhale. Exhale, lift the heels, bend the knees. Walk or float your feet to your hands. Lift and lengthen, inhale. Fold, exhale. Come all the way up. Sweep the arms, reach up, stretch up, look up. Exhale, the hands to the heart, keep going. Hands down, palms out, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, Ardha, halfway lift. Exhale, bend the knees, hands down. Keep stepping back, maybe jump it back. Take your feet back. Chaturanga maybe this time. To upward facing dog with the chest. Back to downward facing dog. Breathe. One more inhale. Press back, gaze forward, exhale. Lift the heels, bend the knees, walk or float. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Firm the glutes to rise. All the way up, inhale. Exhale through the midline, pressing the palms. Again, Surya Namaskar, inhale. Exhale. Lift and lengthen, long spine. Keep the heart forward, bend the knees. Don't let your head travel back as you step or jump back. Lift the chest. Inhale. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Press back. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Lift the heels. Bend the knees. Walk or float. Halfway lift. Inhale. Fold. Exhale. Firm the glutes to rise. Coming all the way up. Inhale. Exhale your hands to your heart. Take a breath. Inhale. Sigh it out. Okay. Inhale. Exhale, release the hands down, bend deeply. Try and touch the floor with your fingertips. And then lifting from the hip bones, pull the hip bones up, lift the chest, reach your arms. Melt your shoulders away from your neck. Let's sit back into the heels a little bit. Right, lift the hip bones up. Start to lift the chest a little higher. Reach up. Can you press your upper arms back by your ears? Breathe into the back of the waist. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Emptying the breath. Fold in half. Take an inhale. Exhale, bend your knees. Hands are down. Step back, jump back. Take the vinyasa. You can modify it if you like. You can head straight to down dog. All right. Once you're in down dog, smooth out your breath. Send your right leg up into the air. Straight back and up. Right, straight back and up. Take an inhale. Exhale your knee to your nose. Inhale, reach the leg up and back into the air. Exhale, come forward, touch your right knee to your right arm. As high up the arm as you can, and then bring it back. All right, same thing. Bring your right knee to your right arm, hold. Can you touch your right toes to your left wrist, and then bring your leg up and back? So because that's so fun, we're gonna do that again. Touch your right knee to your right arm, and your right toes to your left arm, and reach it up and back. And one more time like that. Right knee, right arm. Right toes, left arm. Reach the leg up and back, inhale. Exhale, step the foot between your hands. All the way forward. Back heel to the floor for warrior one. So leave a little space between your feet side to side. And come up. Right, so we're trying to draw the outer right hip back and lengthen the outer left hip forward. Squaring your hips to the top of the mat, right? They won't get all the way square, but that's the action the whole time. And then firm the right hip in. So feel some squeeze on the outer right hip. Even squeeze your glutes, right? Just get that action happening. Hug the rib tips in. Lengthen up through the fingertips. All right, so as we reach up, we want to keep some engagement in the abs, right? Maybe bend a little deeper. Yeah. Back leg straight, right? Root into the left heel. Melt the shoulder blades down. See if you can press the upper arms back. Get them more back by your ears. And then hug the rib tips in again. Oh, breathe, lift your heart. Take one more breath, bend a little deeper. And then release it. Hands to the floor. Oh, step the front foot back. Take a vinyasa. Go straight to down dog. Oh, bring that up dog. Feels pretty good. All right. Whew. Notice the difference between your two sides. Lift your left leg. Straight back and up. All right, straight back and up. Inhale. Exhale your knee to your nose. Inhale, reach it up and back. Exhale, left knee, left arm. Inhale, reach it up and back. Exhale, left knee, left arm. Left toes, right arm, touch. Woo! Inhale, reach the leg up and back. So do that 2 more times. Left knee, left arm. Left toes, right arm. Inhale, reach it up and back. 1 more time. In, touch, across. Lift the leg, inhale. Exhale, step it through. Warrior 1. Back heel to the floor. Sweep it up. All right, so as you come up, you got to square those hips. Or, you know, the action of squaring the hips, right? They probably won't square, but that action is very good here, right? And then you can squeeze your glutes, right? It'll help to keep this outer hip drawing in, right? Because otherwise it likes to kind of sweep out to the side a little bit. So the glutes engaged is useful, right? But keep the back heel pressing down. The whole pinky edge, actually, of the back foot pressing down, right? And try and bend a little deeper. Lift the hip bones up. Now, as you're reaching up, can you hug the rib tips in, right? Engage your abs a little bit, right? And then start to press the arms back. Press the upper arms back so your upper arms are by your ears. Hug the rib tips in and lift the heart to the sky and breathe. And maybe bend a little deeper. Warrior 1, inhale, release it, exhale. Oh, okay, so right, take a moment. When you're ready, step back. Oh my goodness. Notice the difference between your two sides as you move through your vinyasa, right? Follow your breath. As you get to down dog, feel free to sigh the breath out, right? Just let it go, shake out your head, relax your jaw, right? Smooth it out. Right? Steady your down dog. Hug the outer upper arm in. Press the whole hand into the floor. Take an inhale. Exhale, looking forward. Lift the heels, bend the knees. Walk, float, feet to hands. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold, exhale. Utkatasana. Bend the knees. Reach the arms. Hug the belly to the spine. Right, sitting back into the heels. Reach up. Breathe. Watch the shoulders. They like to creep up by the ears. Keep them melting down. Take another breath. Inhale. Fold in half. Exhale. Inhale. Halfway lift. Exhale. Bend the knees. Plant the hands. Take it back, move through your vinyasa, or straight to down dog. You don't have to vinyasa. As you get to your downward facing dog, take a breath. Send the right leg up into the air. Inhale. Exhale, round the spine, step the foot forward. Bring your back foot a little bit closer. Land the heel, hands to your hips, lift the chest. Come up for Parsvottanasana. Let's do the classic arms, Gomukhasana arms. Not Gomukhasana arms. Let's do the classic arms, hidden prayer. Thumbs down. Tuck it in. Right, and then we'll press the hands, possibly. My shirt keeps getting in the way. Getting the palms to press back there, which they may or may not. So feel free to make fists and press knuckles or interlace your hands behind you. Hug the ribs in, right? Re-engage your abs. And then, is it possible to roll the bicep forward, right, to open the chest? And press the elbows in to help press the palms. Right, ribs in, lift the heart, inhale. Go straight ahead. So the left hip comes forward as you go forward, right? So the hips stay square. And then breathe into this big stretch, right? Lift the fronts of the shoulders away from the floor. Keep your legs active, right? Breathe. One more breath here. Strongest legs. Inhale, lift your chest so your torso is parallel to the floor. And undo your arms. Send them out wide. Take an inhale. Exhale, rotate into the twist. So bring your left hand to the floor. Either inside the foot. Now we haven't done a lot of twisting, so you don't have to come into the biggest triangle pose twist here. So press the bottom hand down. Inside or outside, if you feel comfortable putting your hand to the outside, you can absolutely do that. Right, lengthen the sternum forward. Reach the top arm up. So look for space on the right side. Lengthen the right hip back. Lengthen your sternum forward. Right, can you make your right side longer as you rotate into this twist? And then take one last breath to really press into the left foot. Press the back thigh back. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bring the top hand down. And just take a moment. Easy forward fold. Catch your breath, because I know that triangle pose is no joke. Okay. Lift the chest, halfway lift. Good. We're going to turn sideways. So rotate towards the left side of your mat. And you may need to separate your feet a little bit wider. Parallel the feet. Inhale, lift your chest, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. And maybe the crown of your head to the floor. Right, lift the shoulder blades up. I'm just going to turn around so you can still hear me. Lift your shoulder blades up away from the floor. And then energize your legs. Right, pull up through the kneecaps. Flex your thighs. If anybody wants to come up into tripod headstand, feel free to do that. Legs up. Couple of breaths, let's come back down. Inhale, lift up halfway, right, longest spine. Bring the belly to the spine, hug the ribs in. Bring your hands to your hips, come the rest of the way up, lift the chest. Okay, good. We're gonna turn to face the back of the mat. We're gonna have to rearrange our feet a little bit. So turn your left leg. Your right foot, we're gonna bring it a little closer. Right, and just set ourselves up for Parsvottanasana facing the back of the mat. So same like we did on the first side, hidden prayer. So arms wide, thumbs turned down. Bring your hands behind you. Right, see if you can get the palms to press. Maybe the hands swing a little higher up your back. Maybe not, but you can play with that. Right, hug the ribs in. Roll the bicep forward so we can open the chest and then re-engage those abs. Lift the heart, inhale. Exhale, go straight ahead. Straight ahead, straight ahead. Into however much fold that you can do while you keep your chest wide. While the collarbones are spreading wide. Breathe. Last couple of breaths here. Keep your legs active. Inhale, lift your shoulders so they're hip high. Release the arms out wide. Take an inhale. Exhale, right hand to the floor. Maybe inside, maybe outside, right? But press into the bottom hand. Lengthen your left hip back. Lengthen your heart forward. And reach the left arm up. Right, press into the back foot. Right, breathe here. And again, is it possible to make space on the left side? Lengthen the left hip back, lengthen your heart forward, and rotate open. Right, reach the left arm straight up. Can you stack your shoulders and breathe? Oh, your Ujjayi breath, just breathe, just breathe. That's it. Take one more breath. Get long, inhale. And bring the hand down, exhale, and just take a moment. Just take a moment in an easy forward fold. Notice your breath, notice your heart beating. All right, so good. Inhale, lift your chest length and come halfway up. And then let's turn to the left side of your mat again. Or is that your right side? No, I guess it's the right side now. Turn the same way you were facing before. We rotated, so we came the other side. Okay. If you need to widen your feet, widen your feet. We're doing Prasarita Padottanasana again, but this time we will do the C variation. So we're going to engage your glutes and your abs, hands to your hips. Come all the way up. Hands behind, interlacing the fingers. So, we just did the hidden prayer, which, in theory is a bigger stretch than this. So, right, enjoy the stretch. Open your chest, lift the heart up, keep your legs active. Inhale, exhale into the fold. Let the hands come up and over, right? However far, it doesn't matter. Breathe into the stretch. Keep the thighs lifting, your kneecaps lifting. Firm the legs, use your knuckles. Inhale, lift yourself up. Exhale, release it, soften your shoulders. We're gonna turn back to the top of the mat, bending the right knee, spinning onto the ball of the back foot, step your front foot back, find your plank pose. Oh my goodness. Right, just feel your plank, your chest, your shoulders, right, so good. So let's bring the right forearm down onto the floor, slide your right hand forward, left elbow, right elbow under your right shoulder. Left hand forward, right elbows under the shoulders. Curl the tailbone under, lift through the lower abs. I feel like you have to do it more in forearm plank. Right, I want your low back to feel totally happy and fine here. Like you don't even notice it. Press the thighs to the ceiling. Flex your thighs. Walk your feet in, dolphin. Oh my goodness. Right, walk the feet in. Press the chest back. Breathe into all that. Your shoulders. Take another breath here. Walk your feet back, back, back. Tailbone under. Knees down, flatten the feet, thighs down, hips down, chest up. Sphinx pose. Feel free to straighten the arms, lift the elbows. Stretch. Right shoulders away from the ears. Slowly come on down. Whew. Take a breath here, waggle your hips a little bit. All right, we're gonna come up into some version of the Sphinx pose one more time. Elbows under the shoulders, planting the palms, shoulder heads back, shoulder blades down. Press into the hands, lifting the chest. Now you can lift the elbows or not, but in any case, right, press the palms, and if your forearms are down, press through the forearm and lift the chest up. As you curl the tailbone under and press the pubic bone down towards it. Lift the heart, take an inhale. Exhale, melt it all the way down. Oh, take a breath to soften. A little wiggle waggle of the hips. All right, back up onto our forearms. Right, melt the shoulder blades down, tug the toes, curl the tailbone under, lift your belly, lift your hips, curl the tailbone under more, lift your knees. Forearm plank, breathe, no holding your breath. Lean into the left forearm, plant your right hand so it'll be under your shoulder as you come back up into plank. Inhale, exhale, downward facing dog. All right. So you know how important it is to me to be even on the two sides. So we're gonna lift the left leg up this time. Left leg up, inhale. Exhale, round the spine. Pull the knee forward, step your foot between your hands. Crescent pose. Bend the back knee a little bit, and let's come up. So left leg first. Yeah, sure, why not? Right, firm the outer left hip back and in. Squeezy. All right. So, crescent pose, yes, but crescent pose with Gardasana arms. So I was actually thinking about this earlier when I said it, but it's for now. I'm gonna turn to face you. We're gonna bend the right elbow and bring it behind. So this is where your strap, and maybe for me today too, because my shoulders feel a little bit tight. So that the right elbow is going straight up to the sky. If your hands don't wanna grab back there, take your strap, your belt, whatever you have. Just hold it in the right hand so that your left hand can just catch it. And then you'll just get it as close as they'll go. Right, don't force your shoulders. Right, so they'll get where they get, it's perfect. Right, hug the left hip in. Right, come sideways. Hug your left hip in. That's a big action. Right, so feel some squeeze on the outer left hip. Right, and then I also want you to feel this stretch at the front of the right hip. So pull the hip bones up, reach your right elbow tip up, right, get long. Slowly start to lift your heart, your gaze up, right? The stretch on the right side is gonna get bigger. So keep lifting the belly, pull the hip bones up, right, breathe. So the elbow tip is slowly kind of drawing a line back. Breathe into that big stretch. One more breath like this. Right. Keep the crescent. Let go of the strap or release the bind and reach both arms up and overhead. Left arm joins the right arm. Inhale. Exhale. Slowly come down, down, all the way down. Pause here. Bring your back knee down onto the floor. Go back this way. Back knee down onto the floor. Reach back with the left hand and catch your right foot. And just breathe into that stretch. Here's another place for your strap if it's hard to reach your foot. All right, if you need a little extra padding for your back knee, feel free to fold the mat over, add your blanket, but see if you can lift up and grab your foot with both hands. Let the shoulders open up, right, and just let your foot be a little bit of a weight, right? Maybe your leg be a little bit of a weight to help open your chest. Maybe you bend a little deeper into the front knee, lift your hip bones up. Lift your hip bones up, take one more breath. Unravel all that. Oh, lift the back knee off the floor, turn, 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 all the way around till you're facing the back of the mat. Take a moment to just appreciate the difference in your two legs. All right, let's come up. Crescent pose. Extend the tailbone long. Lift the chest up. Reach up through the fingertips. Right, feel the stretch at the front of your left hip now. Right, keep the hip bones lifting. Bend your left elbow. Stretch the tricep. Left elbow tip goes straight up. Sweep the right arm back and around. Maybe grabbing onto your fingertips back there. Hug the ribs in. Right, hug the ribs in. Hug the right hip in. And slowly start to lift your chest. Right, lift up. Lift the hip bones up, right, and just breathe into that big stretch on the left side. Keep firming the right hip in. Hug the rib tips in. All right, stay with it. Release the arms. Arms go back and up, I guess. Lifting the chest. Take another breath. Inhale. Exhale. Slowly, slowly. Hands down. Turn back. Oh, so just take a moment, right, and then slowly we'll spin it back around. Oh, all the way back around till you're facing the top of your mat again. Hands on the floor. Step your front foot back. Oh no, sorry. We didn't do the stretch. My bad. You're probably all screaming that right now. Pull your back knee down. And we're coming into the stretch. As I got over there, I was like, wait. Okay, sorry. So your right knee is forward and you're catching your left foot. All right, breathe into that stretch. I'm glad it didn't come to you having to unmute yourself and yell at me. Oh. All right, oh, that's good. This is important. This is an important step before we get to the next thing. Oh. All right, enjoy that. Hopefully that feels pretty good. And again, feel free to add some padding for your back knee, but we're gonna lift up and try and grab with both hands. And again, feel free to have your strap here. And just let your foot be a little bit of a weight, right? And it starts to pull the chest open. Now, the challenge will be, can you lift your hip bones up, right? Lift the hip bones up. Try and lengthen through the tailbone. And open the chest, hug the rib tips in. Take one more breath. All right, slowly release it. Oh, come on down. Okay, now. Now we can spin it back around. Towards the other side, back to what was previously the top of the mat. And step your front foot back. Oh my goodness. Okay, so you're in plank pose, right? Pause in your plank. To mop up my sweat a little bit. All right, we're coming back down onto our forearms. What? Yes. Left forearm down. Right forearm down. Forearm plank, tuck your tailbone. Tuck your tailbone. Tuck your tailbone. Does it help if I sing it? I don't know. All right, walk your feet in dolphin. Dolphin pose. Press the chest back. All right, things do get easier over time. Showing up, showing up, showing up. If you're up for it, bring the feet a little closer. Send the right leg straight up into the air. Hold steady. Release it down. Left foot up into the air. Hold steady. Good. Bring it down. Walk your feet back, forearm plank. Woo! Come down. Oh my gosh. Do a quick Sphinx pose. Oh. Shoulders back and down. Maybe lift the elbows. Oh, lift the chest. If you're feeling adventurous, bend your knees. Curl the tailbone under and release it. All the way down. Little wiggle waggle of your hips side to side. All right. So these 42 of our of our progression here. Ardha Bakasana. So on your forearms, bring your right hand across a little bit so that your arm's a little bit more diagonal in front of you. And that's really just for balance more than anything else. So you can kind of put that in a spot that feels stable. And then bend your left knee. Curl the tailbone under. Reach back and see if you can catch your foot. Right, and then we're gonna pull the heel in towards the outer hip. Maybe if your shoulder will let you, is my shoulder gonna let me? Yeah. You can spin the fingers around. And I'm closing my eyes like, is this really okay? You have to feel it out, you know? Breathe into that. Tailbone under. If you want, straighten the front arm. I just have to be careful with the shoulder. Okay. And then gently releasing all of that. Right foot comes down. All the way down. Waggle the hips a little bit. All right. So of course we're gonna do that on the other side. So come on up. So this is as much about the stretch in the front of your hip and your thigh as it is about the stretch at your chest and your shoulder. So just see where each of those parts of you will, go and honor that. So like my shoulder over here, I just have to be careful. And I could push into that, but I encourage you to listen to your body. Part of the reason why I have that injury in the first place is because I didn't listen so well, and I just wanted to push into everything, and I kind of hurt myself. It's a long time ago, and so it's just been, an accumulation of time and I guess AGE syndrome. Lift up as much into this as you like. Oh. Right, and just listen to your body. Oh. If it's maybe that you're a little bit tired, you don't have to force that, but it's good to push the edges of our stamina a little bit. All right, as you're ready, slowly come on down. Release all of that. Little waggle of the hips, maybe windshield wipering the shins. All right. Excellent work, everyone. All right, so back up onto your forearms. It'll be a good counter pose, the forearm plank. Tuck your toes. We're gonna really curl the tailbone under as we come up. So lift the belly, the hips, curl the tailbone under, tuck your toes, lift your knees. All right, so your low back feels well supported. All right, so we'll just do the simple lean into the right hand, plant your left hand for plank. Right, press, plank, inhale, exhale. Downward facing dog. Oh my goodness. All right, excellent work, everybody. So let's try, we have a couple more things to do. Yeah, well, I'm running out of time. It's okay, we're gonna still try it. Lift your right leg up into the air, inhale. Exhale, pull the knee forward. Do like your thread the needle legs. Cross your right ankle above your left knee. And then bend your left knee enough to walk your hands back. All right, so you're gonna have some choices here. So as you come up, try and just stand on your left foot and rest your forearms on your right shin. And just enjoy this stretch in your right hip. And then there's some good work in your left leg and you're balancing and all that, so that's perfect. Lengthen the heart forward. And then let's place the hands on the floor. Try to. And then phase two is, can I get my shin towards my armpits? So this is exactly what we did on the floor earlier, except we're facing the other way. Right? We were on our backs before and our hands reaching for the ceiling. And now we're facing the floor and we're pressing our hands into the floor. So obviously that orientation is going to change things up a little bit. So do your best to get your shin into your armpits and then lean into your hands and see if it's possible to scoop your left foot, up off the floor. And then if that works out, you push your right shin forward and see if you can extend your left leg back there. My foot is sliding on my sweaty arm. And then slowly release it. Oh my gosh. I'm sweating. It reminds me of like back in the day when I used to have to bring a towel to do arm balances because I would slide off my sweaty arms. So I'm having this little bit of that throwback moment right now. All right. It's fine however that went, obviously. So even if you're standing on one foot, you're still getting a great stretch and you're building some strength, and over time, your foot will come off the floor. Okay, so let's come back into down dog. And we'll do that same thing on the other side. So the left leg up in the air, inhale. Exhale, pull the knee forward, cross. Just gonna hop my foot a little bit forward so I stay more in the middle. And then come up in the middle of the screen, All right, so you want the stretch. The stretch is a huge part of this pose. You really need a pretty good range in your hip to get your shin into your armpits. Like this is basically you're doing pigeon pose and you're laying down on the floor, right? When we're doing that folded pigeon. So like that's what this requires. You to be able to lay on your front leg. So I know some of you can, but then the rest of it is obviously strength. So plant your hands. Use your toes. Wrap your left toes around your right arm. Right now, you have to lean out into your fingertips. Lengthen forward. Lean and lift. And then maybe your back leg will straighten out back there. Maybe not. Don't, worry too much if it doesn't. But the first part is just, can I lean forward and get my back foot up off the floor? So you're really curled into a little ball. Still, it's a lot of work. Okay, when you're done with that, you can stand and just shake it out. Oh my goodness, okay. Let's just come to the top of the mat. I'm sweaty, okay. Come to the tops of your mats. Let's take a vinyasa, we'll meet back in down dog. So take whatever, actual vinyasa that you like, and maybe that's chaturanga, up dog. Inhale. Exhale, let's fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Feel free to modify this. Maybe you step back and you do like a knees, chest, chin. That's what I'm gonna do. Knees, chest, chin. Right, melt. Feel up. Oh my goodness. And back. All right, so let's do one more back bendy thing. And this will be our back bend too, class. So sending your right leg up into the air. Let's come forward like pigeon pose. Bring the right shin across your mat. Walk it back. So, okay. For many of us, this is gonna be enough, right? If you have props that you can prop your front hip, if your thigh doesn't make it to the floor, feel free to put a block or your towel or your blanket under there, under your right hip. So we're gonna lift the chest, and you're gonna feel, I hope anyway, some stretch here at the front of your back leg hip. Try and do that same action that we do in our back bends that are lying on the floor, which is curl the tailbone under like you're pressing your pubic bone into the floor, right? Keep that action happening and lift your chest. Now, this is a possible place where your strap may come in handy again, because maybe you wanna just see, can I bend my back knee and grab my foot or my ankle with my left hand? So maybe I can. right? Reach back, grab on. I'm gonna lift up a little bit just to give my shoulder a break and get my foot into the crook of my elbow. Now, if you can do that, do that. If that's too much, grab however you need to and try and turn to face the top of your mat again. You probably won't be able to turn all the way, but see what you can do. Right, and then maybe you can root into the right shin and pick your right hand up and either hook fingertips or possibly reaching the right arm forward, but lift the hip bones up, melt the pubic bone towards the floor, and really get some push into the front shin. If you have a strap and you want to try the full version with the arms overhead, I don't have a loop in my strap, so I'm just going to use it this way. You can walk both hands over. This is actually easier on my shoulder. Walk your hands overhead, right, and breathe into that. Right, lift the chest. Right, elbows in and upper arms back. Right, back. Okay. Slowly release it. I know it's tempting to I just want to lay in this pigeon pose. But we're going to try and keep the back bendy thing going, and we'll forward fold in a second. So walk your back foot in, and let's come out through down dog. Oh my gosh. Oh. Actually, I kind of want to get off my right leg right now. So, oh. Okay, down dog. Have your props. I didn't really tell you to have your strap handy, so I apologize for that. Let's bring the left foot forward, left shin forward. Okay, so first you just get your hips as close to the floor as you can. So do that, and then just hang out there. Just be there for a second. Right, feel the stretch in your hip. It's good. Now you may be feeling stretch here and also stretch at the front of your back leg hip. And it's the back leg hip stretch really that we're after, and also the back bend. Right, so slowly start to lift your chest up a little more. Coil the spine in. You're doing a back bend. Right, curl the tailbone under. Right, hopefully you can feel some engagement in the muscles on your upper back. Now try to bend your right knee and see if it's possible to catch your foot back there. This side's a little bit easier for me because the shoulder doesn't mind which direction I'm moving in. So maybe your foot can get to the crook of your elbow. There is some work in the front leg, right? It's helping to keep you with some buoyancy. So this leg is strong. Lift, hug the ribs, lift the belly, curl the tailbone under. Maybe the left arm sweeps up and over to catch. Maybe you reach, right? I'm trying not to just sit all my weight into this, but it's hard to balance. Lift your chest up. And again, if you want, and maybe you're already doing it, you can use your strap, right? Grab on and come up over. Oh, right? Keep trying to curl the tailbone under. Keep lifting your chest up to the sky, right? Lift up. Hey, my toes. Oh, right, breathe into that. Right, and then slowly, as you're ready, gently release it. All right. I say down dog, and then, yeah, a very slow motion child's pose. So first the down dog. Oh, pick your leg up. So heavy after that. Oh, so this is a good preliminary stretch. And it's a nice, straightening of that left leg that was super bent for a while there. All right, and then let's come down into Balasana or Adho Mukha. It's really Vajrasana, forehead to the floor. Notice your breath, right? Feel your heart beating, right? Like even though we're like on the floor, fully grounded, right? Those back bends are very energizing and a lot of work. So just appreciate, right, like the effect that has on your body. All right. We're gonna sit up. So take your time. From your child's pose, lift, wipe the sweat off my brow. Let's come to sit. Okay, so I want to have upside down time, but we're kind of close to the end of class. So if you want to, you can always have upside down time after, or put your legs up for Shavasana. Okay, let's bring the legs out front. I was trying to face you, but I'm like, you probably don't need to do that. Sit tall, and let's stretch our backs, and we'll do a twist up too. So first Dandasana. Right, reach up. I can already feel my back cracking. Go forward. Reach. Oh my goodness. So once you catch your feet or your shins or your whatever you're reaching out there, use your strap if that helps. Inhale, lift your chest, come halfway up. And exhale, out into the floor. Breathe here. So I was listening to this podcast this morning as I was like doing my downloading and stuff. And they were telling the story of these researchers that are up in Monterey, Cal State, Monterey Bay. And they have this robot that can, like submergible. And there's like a Grand Canyon, but in the ocean right there at Monterey Bay. Like there's this huge, deep canyon in the ocean. Okay, I'm gonna finish that in 1 second. Lift your chest, come halfway up. Release it, come the rest of the way up. Okay, Marchasana, seat, the twist. So let's pull the left heel in. So your heel lines up with your sit bone. Maybe for this one, I'll do this way. This way, yeah. Sitting up tall. So you have a couple of options here. You can keep your arm like this, just wrap it around and come into the twist, or bring your left hand behind, lift your chest, rotate. If you want to make it a little deeper, you can scoop the right arm outside your left leg. Inhale and exhale. Right, so keep pressing the whole left foot into the floor. Press the big toe side. Lift the chest and rotate. So they send this submergible little robot thing down into this canyon, and they see an octopus down there. And it's like a big deal because the deep sea octopus is very mysterious. One more breath here. And slowly unravel. Release that twist. Let's twist the other way. So bend. Pull the right heel in. And we're sitting up tall. Bring the left arm around. Right hand behind. Lift your chest. Inhale. Exhale. Rotate. Feel free to add the elbow outside. Right? I think I'll stay like this. Okay, so they see the octopus. They're very excited. Like take note, and they're doing all their other researchy things. They're not really there for that in particular. And so they leave, and then a month later they come back, and that's kind of what they do. Like every month they send a little thing down there. So let's bring the gaze forward. Inhale. Unravel. Exhale. Give the legs a little shake. So we're gonna stretch our hips, but if you can, let's go Mukhasana, legs, so that the knees are closed across the center. We've done a lot of the knees out, so let's bring them in. If you can, maybe do it lying down if the sitting up version doesn't work for you, just so we affect the hips in a different way. All right, so I find it helpful to sit up and then restack my knees. All right, and then as you're ready, forward fold, and as always, take your time. I just breathe into it. You'll have several breaths here, so try and relax and just, ease your way in. Keep with the steady breath. All right, so octopus. The next month they go back down there and they realize that she's laid eggs. She's kind of curled up on the rock and her little tentacles are all curled up and she's got eggs. And this is amazing because this is the first of this they've ever seen. Any researcher has never seen any breeding deep sea octopus. This is their octopi or whatever. Anyway, they're thrilled. And she's got 180 eggs curled up, like she's curled up on top of them. So they keep going down month after month, and she's just there. Month after month, year after year after year, they keep going back and keep going down, and she's there. At one point, there's like crabs kind of circling around because she doesn't leave, and so she slowly dies, right? She's slowly dying. And crabs are circling, and they're trying to, get her, but they're like researchers, and they can't just stay there all day. And they go do whatever they're supposed to be doing down there. They come back and she's killed all the crabs and saved all her eggs, right? So hold on. Slowly, we're gonna switch sides, come up. If you know Swivelousana, feel free to partake. If not, you can just switch your legs around. It's not a big deal. But if you want to swivel around, I encourage the swivel. Turn around behind. All right. Maybe sitting up out of the pool a little bit so you can stack the knees. And then come into your, here, stretch on the second side. That's so good. So 4 years, she's still down there on these eggs. 4.5 years. 4.5 years go by. In one day, and it's, again, like their monthly thing. And they go down and they're looking for her. And of course, they're always wondering and thinking about her now. It's been a long time. And she's gone. 4.5 years, and she's gone. And they're like, oh my gosh, frantic. And they can see remnants of eggs, and they don't know, like, did the babies hatch or did something terrible happen? Like, what happened? So they're all kind of panicking a little bit because, like, nobody knows. It's totally mysterious. And so they start looking and looking and looking, and they start to find her little babies, her little tiny octopus babies. And she did it, she did it. All those years and all that time, and she hatched all these little baby octopi, and she was nowhere to be found. So they think she probably died, right? And then was eaten probably by some sort of, scavengers or whatever. But her little babies were totally there. I'm gonna cry thinking about that story, but right, 4.5 years. 4.5 years, what the heck? But yeah, she did it. She did it. She hatched her tiny baby octopi, 160 eggs. Now, I don't know if all 160, like they couldn't really tell, but they were there. They were there. It was a glorious podcast. I'm like, oh, what a beautiful story. Take a few more breaths on this side. Right? I mean, I don't even know what to say about that. And that's how they go. Once they lay their eggs, like that's it. They get to decide when they want to fertilize their eggs, and they get to decide like when to start the process. But once they're in, they're in. And then that's it, and they're gonna die. They give their lives to hatch their babies. It's kind of amazing. So, deep sea octopi, that was an awesome story. 4.5 years, I just can't get over it, honestly. 4.5 years. And I guess they've seen other octopus, maybe not the deep sea kind, but that like a year and a half, similar kind of thing. All right, slowly, come on up. So the dedication, right? Like that's the kind of dedication we need for our practice, for ourselves. Just showing up like that, my gosh. All right, shake out your legs, take a moment. Whew. No pressure to be an octopus or anything, but let's lie down. Hold on to the backs of your legs. Oh my gosh. So once you're lying down, maybe you want a happy baby, maybe you want to kick the heels out, stretch the inner thighs, whatever sort of feel good thing you want to do for yourself right now, go for it, do that. And then when you're ready, you'll set yourself up for your Shavasana. And maybe you use your towel or your blanket under your knees or on top of your hips or under your head or whatever will serve you. And if it won't serve you, then don't use it. Right? You're not obligated to do anything in particular right now. Just extending out through the legs. Let your feet be heavy and just plop out to the sides. Right, extending the arms, palms facing up. Gently lengthening through the back of your head. And just let the whole body rest. Let your whole body soften. Allow the breath to just breathe itself. And as you rest here in Shavasana, just let the sounds drift by. Any smells or sensations, thoughts, whatever. Just notice them and let them go. Noticing each moment. Each moment. One to the next. And we'll rest. Rest in Shavasana. Ever so slowly begin to deepen your breath. Wiggle your fingers, your toes. to circle the wrists and ankles. If you want to take a stretch, feel free to do any of those things, all of those things. Oh, all right, and then hug your knees in. Give them a squeeze. Rock a little bit side to side. That feels nice. Then roll gently to your right side. Just pause briefly there, cushioning your head with your arm, just enjoying this easy feeling of Shavasana. All right, slowly pressing yourself up to seated. And as you come to sit, keeping the eyes closed or closing the eyes again, just pausing to notice. Right? Notice the effects of your practice. Notice how you feel. Notice what's different, what's shifted from when you came onto your mat earlier today. The lights turned on. All right. Bringing the hands to press at the heart. Snuggle the thumbs to the sternum. Take an inhale, lift your heart to your hands. Exhale, gently bowing in gratitude. Grateful for all the gifts of this practice, all the goodness that it brings to our lives. Grateful for the sweet things, grateful for the challenging things, grateful for the opportunity that those challenges give us, right? To grow, to evolve, to really find out who we are, right? And learn about ourselves from the challenge. All right, thank you so much for practice, everyone. I hope you have a wonderful Sunday. Namaste. Namaste, beautiful people. Thank you very much. A little sweaty. Good to see all your shiny faces.
Thank you, Christine.
You're welcome. Good to see you, Rachel.
You too.
Thanks, you guys.
Thanks, Christine.
You're welcome. Bye, Allie.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Christine.
Good to see everyone. Bye,
Good to see you too.
guys. Bye, Sheila. Yeah.
Bye.
Bye, Julie. There you are. Your little boxes pop up in front of me. How's it going, Tara? Are you surviving?
Yes.
That's good.
Yes.
Yeah.
How's Maya doing?
Maya's good. She's good. I talked to her this morning. She's all excited because she's, making some progress. She's like 16, 17 weeks.
Wow.
I know. She's got a nice little pregnant belly. It's so cute. And yeah, her and her boyfriend bought a house.
Nice.
So he really bought the house, but they're, so they bought a house up in Spokane, and it's all very exciting. They're moving in next month.
Cool. Wow.
I know. So it's good. Things are good. They're good. And yeah, I'm happy. Zara, challenges me consistently.
How
Yeah.